Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have the Peter Pan preview and the first look at the Guardian in Disney Mirrorverse, so let's get straight into it. So first of all, if you are new here, please like and subscribe for more videos, and also follow my Twitter down in the description down below to stay up to date with all new videos coming out very soon, including a brand new series that I'm actually working on right now. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So Peter Pan is one of the new Guardians coming this month, and he is a melee guardian, so we're just going to go over his abilities. So starting with his core ability, Peter Pan's basic attacks have a 20% chance to grant him a 30% evasion buff that lasts for 10 seconds as long as he doesn't have the evasion buff. Now, what is an evasion buff? It allows a target to avoid basic and heavy attacks dealt by enemies. No damage is taken when the enemy successfully avoids an incoming attack. So that's the evasion buff, you just evade the attacks coming in from you. So yeah, you have a 20% chance every time you use a basic attack to get this evasion buff, and it lasts for 10 seconds, so it's just a good bit of utility. Now, whilst Peter Pan has an evasion buff, his heavy attacks grant 15% critical chance, and dashing through his target inflicts them with a minus 20% focus debuff that lasts for 10 seconds, and this can stack up twice, so we can go to 40%. So basically you have a 20% chance when you use your basic attacks to get this evasion buff, and when you have this evasion buff, your heavy attacks gain you 15% critical chance, and at the same time when you dash through your enemies, you get a minus 20% focus debuff that lasts for 10 seconds, and you can get that up to 40%. So Peter Pan's heavy attack deals 2 hits totaling 300% damage, so his heavy attacks where all the damage is. Now moving on to his special ability, Peter Pan deals 2 hits totaling 400% damage and inflicts knockback. If his target has a focus debuff, this attack gains 50% critical chance, so you want to have that focus debuff and you just want to dash through your enemies to gain that focus debuff, and then use your special ability to gain the critical chance. If Peter Pan has an evasion buff, he gains a 25% focus buff that lasts for 10 seconds, otherwise he gains the evasion buff from his core ability, so it's just he will get that evasion buff either way, and he also gains 25% focus for 10 seconds. So moving on to his signature ability, Peter Pan's evasion buff is increased by an additional 35%, so once you get him as a 4-star, it's just going to increase the evasion buff and just make him more potent, and it will just work more often, so he'll be evading a lot more, and he'll be very annoying to go against, but really good to play. If Peter Pan uses his special ability whilst he has an evasion buff, he grants a 25% focus buff that lasts for 10 seconds to other allies, so all your allies are going to gain that focus buff as well, so it's just really good, and it helps out all your other teammates. Now moving on to the talents, we're going to start with the advanced ones. When Peter Pan avoids an attack with his evasion buff, he gains a 20% focus buff that lasts for 10 seconds, and this goes up to 60%, so just more focus buffs. And then moving on to the next one, critical hits from Peter Pan's heavy attacks inflict his target with a minus 20% focus debuff that lasts for 10 seconds, and this goes up to 40%. It's just increasing the amount of debuffs you're actually putting on your enemies, and obviously from the core ability you can get this focus debuff, but it's just another way to get it real quick. And then the next one, allies gain a 50% focus buff and 15% attack buff at the beginning of each combat. Gravity defying allies are immune to root as long as Peter Pan is in the encounter, so this is great as well. Every time you go into a new combat, all your allies are just going to gain a focus buff and also attack buff, and at the same time if you bring in gravity defying allies, they're just going to be instantly immune to root, and this is actually the best advanced talent, so this is one you want to apply to Peter Pan as soon as you get him. And then moving on to his elite talent, when Peter Pan avoids an attack with his evasion buff, he immediately deals 50% damage to his current target as long as they are next to him. So wow, this is really good. So once you use your basic attacks and get this evasion buff, he's just going to deal 50% damage instantly to the nearest enemy. You definitely want to have this elite talent applied to Peter Pan as soon as you get him, because that is really good. It's just additional damage out of nowhere, just boom, 50% damage. So moving on to his traits, Peter Pan is a medium guardian. He's also a leader, a blade wielder, a gravity defying, a goofball, and stealthy. So there are some really good traits that apply to him. Obviously leader, blade wielding, gravity defying, goofball. Basically all these traits are really good, so it just makes him from a really good guardian to have to an even better guardian to have. That is Peter Pan. He does look really good. He looks like a really good melee guardian to have on your team. The evasion buff is going to be really annoying to play against and also to play for your opponents, obviously. The evasion buff is just really, really good as well. And yeah, I'm very excited for him to come out in the game. I'm excited to test him out. And yeah, I think he's going to be a really solid melee guardian. So that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.